Welcome to Watch What Crappens. To get our videos as soon as they're released instead of waiting for a week, head over to our Patreon. That's also where you'll find our bonus episodes and our Discord community. We love you guys. Well, hello and welcome to Watch What Crappens. I'm Ronnie. That's Ben. Hello, Benoon.
Hi, Ronnie. How's it going?
Good. Everybody, welcome to Summerhausen Day. Before we get started, you have like a week and a half to get tickets for the Golden Crappies live stream, restream. It's up now. You can get tickets at watchwhatcrappens.com. It was such a fun show. Watch it. It will not be released. It will be released as audio, but it won't. The video is not going to be released on Crappens on Demand and all that. So this is it. It's the last time. Go get it.
It's your chance to see Ronnie brandishing a guitar, okay?
And Ben singing as Ramona.
That's right. Me barely avoiding tearing my Achilles as I writhed around on that stage.
Last night my dad said, "What was the song Ben was singing? Did he write that?" And I said, "Yes." Well, he wrote the words. He said, "But what's the song?" I said, "It's from Chapel Roan." And he said, "Who's that?" And I said, "It's a song called Pink Pony Club." He said, "I'm going to look that up. I really enjoyed it."
Oh, thank you.
Did you tell Ben he should upload it? And I said, "Yeah, but I don't know if Chapel Roan will like that." He said, "Who's Chapel Roan?" I said, "The one who wrote the song." Hello. It was a circular conversation, but you came out really good in it.
Thank you. As did you. And speaking of your dad, like shout out to our parents. We had our parents present the award for best quote, and it was like a big video up on the screen. So if you want to see what our parents look like,
so good. They were so
for that
good.
Alone.
My dad said, "Wow, Ben's parents looked so good. I mean, I need to figure out how to make us look better because we were just like staring from way above." I said, "No, I like that. That's why I kept it like that." I said, "I could have been like Ben and made sure he looked really good." I said, "But I liked it because that's how you talk to me on FaceTime." He's like, "Okay, well, Ben, tell Ben to shoot us next time."
Well,
okay.
My parents loved your parents. My dad was like, "Oh, they were so funny." I was like, I know we gave like Ronnie's parents all the really funny lines, but they were just so funny. And my dad's like, no, you should have. They were so funny. They were great. They were so
well.
Cute
if you're gonna get someone to call anyone else a gout dick sucker, Rhonda's the way to go. Rhonda is the path for sure.
Well, the best was how she was like, it looked like she was cold reading it, right? Like she had never seen the quote before. So like the look on her face as she realized the words that you had given her to recite, she's like, "Gout dick sucker."
They literally asked me that after that. They were like, "Do you get gout in your dick?" And I said, "Or in your penis?" And I said, "No, I don't think so. It's just what she called him." And my dad said, "Well, that's good because I have gout." I was starting to worry. You know?
Well, it was a great, obviously, it was great having them on there. And I loved that the audience got to finally see the people behind us because, like, Lord knows we've talked about our parents, especially you, over the past 14 years. So it was, like, really special to put them up there on that screen. So for sure, get that Kids We Stream. And also, by the way, I'm just going to say this. It looked so good. It looked like we were, like, streaming on Netflix or something like that. Like, I was like, what the hell? I was like, we've never looked this professional. I was like, are we? This is amazing. So yeah, I was very excited by it. So
and we will have a newsletter coming out tomorrow, like a special free midweek newsletter on the road to the Crappies. Just kind of our backstage experience getting that together because it was really, really fun. So check that out over on Patreon. All the newsletters are free. Patreon's also where you get videos of our shows, ad-free listening, and bonus episodes.
I wrote like a novel. I apologize in advance. I
love it. That's what it's for. Yeah, that's what it's for. Let's do it. Okay, everybody, let's get into this. It is Summer House Season 10, Episode 5, Summer Nights, but spelled K-N-I-G-A. Because who doesn't love a Ren Fair? Ren Fair is going to be the most epic party of all of Summer House.
Can you mind if I call it a soft fair? I'll have some mead, please.
I'm sorry. It's called a Renaissance Fair.
It's gonna be a great time. The Renaissance Fair. So everyone's getting ready, and Sierra and me are hanging out, and Sierra saying how her boobs are hanging out, and she's like, yeah, when you're talking about your ass not fitting in shit, I'm nothing but sympathetic. So they're like joking. By the way, I love Mia. I think Mia feels like she's been there for 3 years. She's so like at ease with this whole cast, the way she just sort of has stepped in, and it feels like she's always been there. I think she's a fantastic casting choice. Good job, Bravo.
Yeah, I think she's pretty good. I mean, she hasn't done much yet. You don't really know until someone gets into their first argument with someone. Like that, you have to test their
Great.
mettle. But yeah, so
Yes.
far I like everybody so far actually. I think everybody's doing a good job. I think Bailey is veering into theater kid
Mm,
territory, especially today with their wacky like we're going to pretend to be a bush.
mm.
A little with the full-on clown music for 10 minutes. It's like, okay, it's like a little theater kid got on TV, but I still like her. Because it is
Yeah, I
true
like her.
theater kid where you like the really hot guy, but then no matter what you do, the hot guy doesn't even see you,
I
even
know.
if you're gorgeous. So it's very theater kid, and I am a theater kid. So, I'm rooting for one of our own.
Yeah, exactly. So Jesse comes walking into Sierra's room dressed as a king, and Sierra's like saying he's got to like get rid of his cape or whatever. And then Amanda, she's decided for this Ren Fair, she's gonna wear a goat face. And she's like, I'm a bad girl. It looks like I have a dick on my face. Oh.
I can't see a dick on your face. I can't see it, man. So then Jesse's putting on a towel like a cape. And West is lying in his bed with the Sierra cutout just standing next to him. They're trying to make it like West is super jealous every time he hears Jesse in the hallway talking to Sierra. But he's just kind of looking at the side, scrolling through his phone. But they keep
Oh,
playing like John 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 music like he's super jealous. I think West is really, I mean, I know that they're trying to play this up. I think West is just too lazy to be jealous. I don't really think he cares that much.
well, he's definitely too lazy to be confrontational because last week he confronted Jesse about asking to make out with Sierra, and he was like, all the guys said that's weird, so he couldn't even say that he thought it was weird. And then this episode, he just has
Ben's
Lindsay.
really mad at you about it. Wow, Ben really thought that was weird. Whoa, Ben, the hottest guy in the house, pretty upset.
KJ told me he doesn't know what it's if he's going to be able to not be a lover boy this summer, and also he's upset at you. I don't know, just his words.
KJ was really uncomfortable with you saying that. Also, he's uncomfortable not being a lover boy. So, what are KJ's abs implants?
I
Because
don't
those
think
abs are
so.
too insane. And I've only seen ab implants on like older guys. We saw a lot of them in Miami.
Yeah.
Everywhere we passed, I was like, those are ab implants. Look. Because Ben was like, ab implants. It's like, yeah, guys,
No, I
those are
don't.
like boob jobs for dudes. So I kept trying to point him out to Ben. That was what I was looking for at that food
So I
festival.
don't think his abs are implants. I think though sometimes there is like a thing that like if you do your ab exercises, I think almost like in an incorrect way or whatever, you develop your abs, but they sort of develop sort of like convex instead of concave, or maybe it's the other way around. And so they sort of bulge out on him a little bit in a way that's like we don't normally see. But I think that they are real.
Well, they're a work of art. I mean, whoever did
Yes.
them, whether he did them, God did them, uh, a person from the FX show, FX or whatever that show was, whoever did
Oh,
them,
nice callback.
they look great. Those are crazy abs. But like even when he's like his stomach's out and he looks like a little beer bellied, and by that I just mean like pushing his stomach out or whatever.
Yeah.
They're still there. I don't know. I'm just confused by the abs, but great job. I mean, I've never had abs, so I just don't understand how
Yeah.
they work. So when I see them that intense, I'm like, wow, is that a thing that people do? You know,
Yeah. He
I
really
guess so.
he's really got it all, huh? He also has a lot of lip gloss on in his confessionals, and that sort
Oh,
of
speaking of, I need to put some lip healing on.
go get it on, Ronnie. And I'm kind of like the abs are amazing, but then the lip gloss pulls me back,
You don't like lip
because
gloss?
well, I don't mind if people have like their standard amount, like what you just did. That's fine. But there's sometimes people put lip gloss on and their lips are so shiny. It's like something I just don't like it. And I know that I'm not necessarily majority. I think it's actually considered like nice to have shiny lips. I think it's
Hmm.
like
Yeah, I love a nice shine,
like
a nice little lip shine.
I don't like to see someone and they look like they just made out with a jar of Vaseline. I don't know. This is like not my vibe. But that's a taste thing. It's a personal thing. Like it's just, it's just me. Doesn't mean that it has to be that way for everyone else. One time, I mentioned this once a few years ago, and someone was like, "Man, I threw out all my lip gloss just for you." And I was like, "No, don't throw out your lip gloss for me. You can keep doing what you're doing. I'm just saying, I just don't like." It's like I've always not liked it. Like school plays, when they have to put like lipstick on your lips, for the stage. I've always hated it. I don't know what it is. I don't like shit on lips.
Yeah. I love lip gloss, but I respect your opinion. I respect your wrong
But
opinion.
also your lips right now, I can see them. They don't look like they are, like they don't look like they're some sort of cake topping. When they like make the the fruits all shiny and everything. Like
Uh-huh.
your lips look normal. They're just sort of lubricated up, but they're not out of control. I just don't want
Well,
to see a
thanks. That's
reflection
so
of the lights in your
nice.
lips.
Okay. Yeah, fair. Okay, is there anything else you want to nitpick about KJ before we move on?
No, I think generally I'm fine. Is anything you want? Anything on your end?
That was just funny. KJ is like the least offensive person, I think, the least offensive guy to be on the show in a long time. Where we're like, abs, real or not? Lip gloss, gotta go. Lip gloss, what do we think? Just judge every little thing about KJ.
Just tear him apart.
Yeah.
But the point is actually that West is very passive here. And so when you said I think he's not really jealous, part of me feels like he's just going to ask someone else to be jealous for him because he doesn't want to do it himself. So now it's time to come downstairs into the party. And so Carl's at the bottom of the staircase. Oh, it's Carl 14.0. And now that I'm downstairs, I'm like, in the mix. That means that since I'm already down here, you guys are all upstairs. I'll announce you as I come down the staircase. We've got Benjamin all the way from Australia. Hey, Australia look great, by the way. I love all your Sheilas. KJ from Kansas City. KJ from KC. See what I did there? Jesse Sullivan from Chicago, Illinois. It's great, guys. This announcing is going so great.
Amanda Petula, all the way from New Jersey. She's like, all the way. Amanda missing it. So everybody comes down, and Bailey's like, oh my God, do I look like someone from Lord of the Rings? Kind of. Ben says better. And she's like, oh my gosh, thank you. But, let's think of the cast of Lord of the Rings. It's not, saying you look better than 80% of that cast is still like what the fuck did you mean by that?
Ben's like, you do look like someone from Lord of the Rings. Kind of like when Frodo puts on that ring. Oh my God. Wasn't he invisible when he did that? Precisely. Who's talking to me?
You look like someone from Lord of the Rings Hobbitland, or whatever that one was called, The Hobbit. So Lindsay comes downstairs and, of course, is dressed like a queen, and Carl's still stuck there. And he's like, oh, shit. I have to announce her house. You look great, by the way. I did it. She's like, you have to bow because I'm a queen, Carl. And so he bows, and he's like, oh, my God, we're friends now. Me and Lindsay are like friends. Oh, my God, I can't believe it.
Oh, my God. She's in the mix. Do you see the smile on my face? Me and Lindsay are like friends again. Like, a little bit. Let's go. Saturdays for the boys. Put your weight on me.
The last thing I care about is Carl, and I don't give a fuck about Carl, so let's just have fun. I'm gonna be nice to Carl. I don't even care.
And Sierra does the thing. She's dressed as a plague rat because Sierra, every year, as the bombshell that she is, she always puts on a costume that completely obscures her, which I think is so funny. So this year she is a giant rat, and she's going to spread. She's like, I'm here to spread the bubonic plague. Like, it's not going to be the first thing that was spread around this house, that's for sure.
I was gonna say you're sharing a house with West and Jesse, so somehow the bubonic plague sounds like a cold. She's like, yeah, this is my primordial pouch right here, huh? So she said it was either that or dressing as a turkey leg, but then Carl said he was getting turkey leg, so I came as a rat. So
I would have preferred the turkey leg. Is there even such a thing as a turkey leg costume? I think that would have been amazing.
I'm sure. So now the guests start arriving, and Sierra's, sexy dancing as a rat, of course. And Jesse's like, "Whoa, film this! I'm writing a song about someone. I'm not going to tell you who it's about, but it's about being a rat carrying a bubonic plague."
Bailey's like, oh my lord, I do not remember this in medieval times. I don't whatsoever. And Kyle's like, oh, Jesse, does this do this for you? So they're just like gallivanting. You know, it's party times. We're all doing crazy stuff. And Lindsay goes up to Wes and she's like, Wes, what were you and Jesse talking about in the pool? And he's like, the Sierra thing, because I truly think that she'd like laugh in his face for saying that. Would you agree, right? Like Sierra, she's like known for being pretty chill when guys talk about her behind her back, right? Like she'll probably laugh about it. She's like, I don't know about that.
For
Oh,
those of you who weren't here, it's because he was like, "Hey, can I have permission to make out with Sierra?" Ooh. So he's like, "Yeah." Sierra would just laugh in his face, and Lindsay goes, I don't know." And he's like, "Wait, well, maybe I'm wrong then. You think that Sierra likes Jesse?" And she's like, "Well, I mean, does Sierra even know about it? Like, what the hell?" He's like, "Well, I don't think she knows, but like, it's not my place." It sure is your place, though, Queen Lindsay. Go fight my battles for me.
yeah. She's like, I've missed like the first 2 weeks of the show, so I gotta catch up. So I'll serve this some shit around. Sure, it'll be me. She's like, is it my place? It's like probably actually of all the people whose place it is yours. You're the least place. It's the least of your place because you weren't part of that original conversation. If
Yeah,
anything, I
but
think
West is an absolute gigantic wuss. I almost said mega wuss, but that turned into MAGA, and I'm not accusing him of that. But he's a mega wuss,
yeah,
and he's never going to do anything himself. He's never going to tell anybody he likes them by himself. He's never going to tell anybody he doesn't like them by himself. He's always going to rely on other people to do everything for him. It's a very,
yeah,
very lazy person, this guy.
that is exactly correct. So he is like thrilled, clearly, that Lindsay's gonna take this and bring it to Sierra. And Wes knows that Sierra is going to get mad at Jesse, but he says on camera, no, she's going to laugh because it makes it seem like he's supporting Jesse. So it's a big old passive clusterfuck. And we know that when Lindsay tells Sierra, it's not going to land well, ever.
Yeah.
Because Sierra's
So
very, she has lots of like, she has a lot of boundaries around this kind of stuff. And she's, we just know it's gonna be a shit show. And guess what? It is.
I didn't see it becoming as much of a drama as it became, but I mean, I don't know.
I agree.
I don't
but
understand how anybody would care this much to like run off crying. Like, oh my God, someone wants to make out with me. Oh, when she explained it later in the episode, I got it a little more, but I was still like, you're crying over Jesse wanting to
yeah, I
kiss
mean,
you.
I thought the extent of it was just gonna be this is so typical. They're talking about who gets dibs on me, but no one's actually coming to me, which I thought, okay, I thought it'd be like that. But she actually was, what was interesting was it was the jokey part of it because Jesse said, hey, you mind if I make out with Sierra? You know, like in a jokey way, which I think was Jesse's way of like softening it for West. But that term jokey wound up being the real bee in the bonnet for Sierra. And that became the thing. And that's what I was not expecting.
Yeah. So Amanda is partying and she's dancing on the ground with Sierra and she's eating grass. And Kyle's like, oh my God, she just ate grass. And I was like, that's sexy. You know, watching Amanda reminds me of what attracted me to her in the first place. You know, she has a great sense of humor. She's fun to be around. It's going to be a good summer. Turn this thing around. You like Amanda because she's wasted right now. And that's the
Yeah.
only time you like Amanda. And last year, when you were like, oh my God, me and Amanda, we're finally back on track, it's when Amanda would go out and party with you all night.
Yeah. And I also love when he's like, yeah, Amanda, she's so fun to be around, which is why I go out of my way to not be around her. Um, like, like, you're the one who's not spending the time around her when you're
Yeah,
saying
but
that
he's saying
she's,
she's fun to be around when she's partying. He doesn't want to be
yeah,
around her
that's,
when she's home watching Netflix, scrolling her phone, you know?
yeah. So Ben is talking to a lady and she's like, what do you have under that cloak? He's like, not much. And then West and Ben are talking.
Wherever the guy
And
goes. I mean, the guy just can't escape it. He's just
I
making
know.
small talk, and some rando's like, what do you got under that cloak, big boy? He's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Is anybody going to ask me what I'm reading?
I'm not totally sold on Ben. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, he's cute, but I feel like we have not seen much of him yet. So I don't know. He's the one of the newbies. He's the one that I feel like is the most disposable. Believe it or not.
Yeah. So then we go over to West and Ben, and they're talking about all the chicks, the party brah. And Ben is asking about Dara, and she's on the way. And West asks if he's interested, and Ben's like, "Yeah, she's cool, I guess." Well, I mean, I met Dara in the singles event, and we had a little chat for a minute. Let's do a flashback and see this fascinating chat. She's like, "So, do you still model?" He's like, "Yeah." It's one of the only jobs that everyone, you know, at the end of the work, everyone claps at the end of the workday, and I love that. She's like, yeah. Well, I'm a show pony. I love applause. I love that. I'm a big show pony, huge. Applaud me. Do it now. Fuck.
Every
Your hand's broken.
every performer on Broadway is furious at him. Excuse you. I memorized these lines for "Come From Away."
I didn't know that about models, that people applaud you at the end of the day.
I don't that by the way, I don't think that's necessarily true, but I love that he's so hot that either A, it does happen, or B, he just imagines it happens. Because I do also think models just assume they're being applauded everywhere they go. It's like, "Hello there, I'd like to make a deposit at this bank."
It's for me. So he's like, "Yeah, at the singles event, I was a mess. I didn't know what was going on. Let's have a clip of me looking like a mess." And it just cuts to him like, "Hey, I'm hot still. People were
Yeah.
talking to me. The whole party's a blur. I thought, can we please stop talking about, please?" And anyway, I'm just looking forward to see Dara in a situation where it doesn't feel so forced. Nothing feels as unforced as a summer house party, which happened every single weekend in the back house of this set.
I know. From 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. with a crazy over the top theme.
With people
So,
that we don't even know at this point. I mean, who even comes to these parties anymore? They're every single week, every summer. At this point, I think they had like 20 people there. And they're like, "Hi, are you guys serving food this time?"
I feel like those parties seem so annoying because, like, I mean, it's cool. You get like free booze and everything, but you just have so many people just like running around and crashing into each other. There's just always so much like frenetic energy or even kinetic energy. There's just like, there's too many things. Like at the end of the episode, at the end of the party, we saw there was like an inflatable bar tavern area and it was like toppled over on itself. And I'm like, I don't want to go to a party where there's an inflatable house that falls forward. I don't.
Safety. Safety. Where are
just
the
means that
unions at this party?
People were too rowdy. That's what it means. So,
So Dara arrives, and you can tell because you can hear her. She's like, "Hi, I'm Dara. Hi, I'm Dara." She talks like karate chops.
she
Dara.
does.
So she's
She
like,
does.
"Yeah, I met West years ago. We dated for like 6 months, and then we ended for pretty much the reason that I think nothing has seemed to stick with West because he's a fucking loser. He just couldn't full send it, lazy bitch." So anyway, I was 30, and 30 is your hot girl era. So like, I'm not gonna spend 30s telling some man how to be a man. I mean, West is the best guy on earth unless you're falling in love with him, fucking loser. So here I am. Set me loose.
She's basically Kelly Preston and Jerry Maguire. She's gonna punch him in the face.
Or Kelly Catrone in the Kelly Catrone show. Kel on Earth.
Kelly Catrone in her
She's
life.
really, it's like Kelly Catrone, the origin story. She's like, I'm sick of telling people how to live at 30.
If you want to cry, leave the party.
Cry outside. Well, we are outside. Cry in the
Cry-
bounce house.
Cry outside the Ren Fair. So Wes is like, "Hey, Dara, welcome to the house." Yeah, thank you. I don't know what I was expecting, but it exceeded my expectations, which were already low because you were the one who invited me, and anything you invited me to is a piece of shit garbage activity. This party's massive. What are you even doing here?
So she goes up to KJ at the bar and she's like, "Where'd your shirt go, bro?" And he's like, It's inside." Classy, real classy. He's like, "What? It's hot. I'm not wearing a shirt right now. Sorry." It's like, "What? It's not in your journey? What was it? A full costume at one point and then you took off your shirt?" Loser. He's like, "Oh my God, you're so pretty. Do you even remember meeting me on Thursday? Hello?"
He's like, "Oh, I'm fucking stupid. Sorry, I was busy trying to control my impulse to be a lover boy. It's so hard this summer. How can I not be a lover boy?"
Your hair is really different right now, so maybe that's why I didn't recognize you. She's like, "Yeah, it's curlier. I'll give you that." Okay, you got 1 point. Wow, you're down 19, but good luck catching up.
He's like, "Yeah, it was straight the other day." She's like, "It was straighter." That's what I said. Yeah, but I'm confirming it was straighter.
No, I'm not saying it was straight because it wasn't straight, but it was straighter than it is. So you're close. Okay, half a point.
You ever go on a really windy road and then the next road you go on is still windy but not as windy? That was like my hair. Okay. Well, did you just get here or have you been here? Yeah, I just got here. Can't you tell I'm carrying around this away luggage? God, can you guys find a place for my luggage?
I just
She was
got
carrying
here.
that
Did you
bag.
hear me 5 minutes ago? No, because I was not here. Okay. Do you think I ever enter a room where you don't fucking hear me coming? No, I don't. Is my hair straight or is it curly? Straighter. Okay, you can learn at least. I'll talk to you again. Go put on a shirt.
I'm trying to chug a drink with someone because I'm so sober. I'm so fucking sober. Get me lit, bro. It's like, yeah, man, shots. Cheers to me being an idiot, right? Yeah, cheers to you being an idiot and to me having a little bit slightly curlier hair today. Huh. Wow, lady of my dreams.
Yeah, she should definitely not be a nurse. She's one of those people who just pick, what the fuck? You ringed your bell again? God, do I look like I'm on fucking wheels? I've got other things going on in here. God, you're bleeding from
She
your
needs,
eyes. Put a pillow over your face. What am I supposed to clean up the floor now? God.
she needs to be an editor in a newsroom, but only a newsroom that you would see in the movies, not a real newsroom. So that way, there's like all the sound of like typewriters and telephones, and she walks in and stands up on a desk and is like, "People, we have 3 hours. I don't have a cover story. I need a headline. I need a header. I need something good. We need to sell these papers. Give me a lead. You over there, you glasses. What do you have? You know, because that's how they do it in the movies. But in real life, the editors just walk around quietly.
Yeah.
I basically, I'm like, remember the movie The Paper? She should be all those characters.
Pretty much. So we go to the girls, and Amanda's like, I need another drink, and then I gotta change. I don't even know if I can get out of this outfit. And so Lindsay comes over. She's like, oh my God, girls, I have something to tell you. Okay, I'll tell the class. Mia, you come too. Okay, apparently last night, Jesse asked West if he could make out with you, Sierra. And she's like, what? And they're like, well, he's got a lot of nerve. Yeah, well, Wes was just like, yeah, I don't give a fuck because, Wes is like, whatever, and like lazy. But he was like, I don't even think she's like into that. And like, if she is, like, it's kind of joking anyway. He was like, kind of joking.
So Amanda's like, he seriously wants to make out with Sierra, or he was joking around that he was asking if it was okay. Where's the joking land in the sentence, Lindsay? He was serious about joking. But he was serious about asking, but the makeout would be jokey. So be a very serious ask about a jokey makeout. He's like planning his joke. Does this make sense? And so Amanda's like, you don't jokingly make out with someone. So Mia's
Do you
Sierra's
not?
just sitting there like,
I love that they're all up in arms. Like, what? Joking making out? How dare he? I've never heard of such a thing. What even is joking making out? We will remedy this.
it should be a serious request for a serious makeout, or a jokey request for a jokey makeout. But you're crossing the lines. So Mia's like, how do you feel about this, Sierra? She's like, I'm gonna like need a minute because this is like, what the fuck? I thought you were gonna. This is just not what I thought you were gonna say to me. I thought you were just gonna tell me something about your kid again. She's like, well, I can do that too. So Sierra's like, so you're asking permission for like the only person for me, but like the only person that can give you permission is me. Both these boys make me fucking sick, honestly. I'm annoyed at Jesse's lack of intention, and everything's always a fucking joke to him. I mean, if it's serious enough for you to ask permission from West, then like, why aren't you asking permission to go out on a date? And West, you don't care? Like, that annoys the fuck out of me too, because like, you know what? I gotta fucking make out with somebody right in front of you and see how you really feel. So now she's upset because Wes said he also doesn't care. So it's making her, I think that all this stuff is just making her feel like this unimportant piece of garbage on the side of the road that they make jokes about, make out with, and then move on.
Yeah, that makes
But of
sense.
course, by
Or
the way,
like a
Wes
piece of
does
property,
care.
because it is so fucking weird that they're like, do you mind if I use your lawnmower? Okay, that'd be great. Sure, just bring it back filled,
I don't
okay, and
care.
lubed up and ready to go. I don't want to see your fingerprints all over it. Okay, yeah, I will clean the grass out of the back. Thanks.
I think Sierra, you're giving these men way too much power in your life because like they're two emotionally stunted men who don't know how to simply ask for the things that they want, and you deserve much better than to like be messing around with them and their stupidity.
Well, I really like Sierra. I mean, my first thought, because she like literally runs inside crying. So I was like, I mean, kind of grow up. I mean, are we in junior high? But then the other part of me, like, I really like her, so I'm coming up with reasons why this isn't completely stupid. And I see the one that you're saying,
Yeah,
but the other one I think also is like these. It's not even about her. And I think she senses that. It's not like, oh wow, we both really like Sierra. They had an off season. Nobody's going for Sierra in the off season. No one's calling you to take Sierra out in the off season. It's like they just wait until they start shooting, and then it's about a competition with each other. So it's not really even about her, and I think she senses that and is like, okay, awesome. So I'm like just some sexual object in these guys, stupid fame, because we know that Jesse
right,
and West are both obsessed with fame. Like
right.
everyone has said it since they came on this show. So, I mean, I can see why she would be annoyed. I think that being hurt is just stupid. I think it's not emotionally intelligent because like I said, these guys are just using you and you should know that by now and not give them the time of day. I wish she just went up to them and got them both together and said, "I heard you ask for permission to make out with me." No, you're gross and you're both fucking
Denied.
children. So go make out with each other. And then just
Yeah.
walked off instead of it becoming like, oh,
Yeah,
but
because the truth is, I think that there's probably also a good amount of frustration of like, God, I get like I got sucked into this bullshit again, like Jesse's kind of like lulled me into this friendship where he's hanging out in my bed and we're doing bed bug stuff together and he just wants to have some sort of like jokey kiss or whatever, which probably in her mind she's also thinking like it's just for TV. And the truth is you have West who is like not what's the right word, I guess emotionally mature enough to say that he does care about it, so he has to act like he doesn't care. And you've got Jesse who's going to minimize it by saying yeah, it's just jokey when actually he wants something more. And it's just like I think it's just the whole emotional stuntedness of it all and the fact that she is now drawn into it. She's probably like, how did I let myself get stuck with these men again? Like there was Austin, now there's these guys. Like, why do I keep falling into this trap? I have to imagine on some level she's thinking that.
well, there's also the fact that, well, not a fact, the possibility that she is liking Jesse too, because they do have this good flirt thing going
Yeah,
on
that's sort
and
of
they've
what
got
my
this
thought
whole
was
thing
too.
going on. And so if she really is starting to like him and she's sensing that he's starting to like her, to hear that he's like, oh yeah, I just want to make out with Sierra is probably like not great. So
Yeah,
I
I
guess
think
I
so
can
too.
see
That
it
was
from those points of view.
I
So
definitely was like, oh, it sounds
that
like she
makes me
might
laugh.
actually like him, right? Because I think if you like someone, these things will also affect you a bit more.
Yeah. So then Amanda and me are like, how dare he? And Lindsay's like, well, I think Jesse's like catching a vibe and he's always been flirty, but like it's more flirty. And like I think he might be catching some feelings and like is anticipating that maybe if he goes further. And Amanda's like, but he needs to have that conversation with you, Sierra, instead of being like, I jokingly want to make out with Sierra.
And Mia's like, and being like, it's a joke. It's like, it's not a joke because you're a person who has feelings and emotions. It's not a fucking joke.
And Sierra's like, yeah, it's
So,
a lot to process. Well, I feel bad because like you guys have a friendship and like I don't want it to be awkward, but like I kind of made it awkward because it's really fun for me to make stuff awkward. I'm sorry that you got in my hobby.
where is like the Lindsay like advice? I feel like Lindsay would be the first one to be like, fuck those guys. They don't deserve you. They're just acting like toys and they can play with all these other bitches, but not you. I was sort of waiting for Lindsay to have that moment, but she's like, oh, well, sorry I made your life hell. Bye.
I
So,
think she just like sets the bomb and then she'll wait until the aftermath to come. And like in 2 weeks, she'll have some advice.
yeah.
She's like, I can only do so much in a week. Okay. I've got to keep this going for 2 weeks later when I come back in. I'm a mother now. Let me tell you.
Well, they're just going to
If
not
you were
talk to
my
the men.
daughter, I would be putting electricity blockers into the holes of all of the electricity outlets. Because you're a genius, baby.
I would keep things away from you because you've broken so many things with your strong hands. So they go get turkey legs, which is the only reasonable next step. And then Sierra she goes, I can still go get a turkey leg and like not care. I mean, talk about an empowerment mantra for 2026, right?
Yeah. So then Bailey and Amanda are talking about shots, and Amanda's like, aren't you supposed to be practicing flirting? Because out of all the men here, who have you been flirting with? Like, oh my god, my friend said, have you hooked up with anyone? And I was like, who am I gonna hook up with? Who? The hottest person in the world? Probably not. He probably wouldn't even like me. Why don't you go flirt with somebody? Flirt with an actor. Get out of your comfort zone. Use the actors. That's what they're here for.
I would rather it not be one of the swordsmen who LARP for a living. Even though I am very excited to be dressed from Middle Earth.
No
Amanda's
kidding.
like,
I mean,
"What
you
about-"
are an on the street interviewer, so the LARPers are probably making fun of you too. To be fair,
Yeah, you are LARPing being a reporter. So Amanda's like, what about the magician? I mean, this guy, his big thing is he takes knots in and out of ropes. He's like,
It's like
there's
Ken
a knot.
from
They call it a
Vanderpump.
slip knot. Look, it's in my hand. It's back on the rope.
it's like Ken from Beverly Hills. She's like, I would rather the swordsman not be, I would rather my man not be 75 years old. I mean, come on. I mean, when Wes is done talking to this girl, I'm going to flirt with him, and then I'm going to see if he picks up on it. Don't walk away. Don't walk away. It's going to be hilarious. And scene. Let's do it. So Wes comes up, and she's like, all right. Everybody watching? Cameras on me? Okay, here we go. Let's try this. Wes, so hey, Wes, I'm having a great time. How about you? He's like, what's up? She's like, oh, what's up? What's up, Wes?
How are you?
I don't know.
You don't know how you are?
I'm off to throw a ring at a volcano. How's your journey going? Do you have a small creature following you around too?
He's like, I don't know if I understand.
The ants are there's trees. They're called ants, and they're gonna chase us down.
What are you talking about?
Mortal.
Well, I think this is the hottest that you've ever looked. You look so hot. You've got beer on your shirt, some food coming out of your mouth. I mean, you look really, really hot right now. And he's like, okay. So he puts his sword on her shoulders to knight her. And he's like, thank you. Are you turned on? Because I'm so turned on right now. Yeah, I'm turned on. I love swords. Yeah, you really do. He's like, everything okay? She's like, does my popcorn taste good? Yeah. You like my popcorn? Yeah, get into my popcorn. You like it buttery? Ooh, yeah.
He's like, I'm scared as a little boy. She's like,
Yeah, well, did you see that I was hitting on you?
he's like, yeah. I think the moment he knighted her, that was his way of putting physical distance between him and her. He's like, okay, I'm creating. This is.
He's like, here's
3
my
feet of
actual
space.
10-foot pole that I wouldn't touch you with. So it's like, when were you flirting? It's like, right now. I was flirting with you right now. He's like, oh, it didn't work? He goes, you're flirting with me at the popcorn machine? I mean, how do you normally hit on people? She's like, oh God, I don't know. I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad at this. So she talks about moving to New York, and she had confidence, but then she was with a jerk. Now she doesn't have any confidence. And so she's like, well, yeah, my task was to hit on you and see if I had game, but I guess I don't have game. Should I go hit on the turkey legs guy? And he's like, the turkey leg guy? You should tell him smoke my meat.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll do that.
So she basically has no game. It's very sad. So now KJ is giving Dara a tour. He's like, you want to see a tour of the backyard? Here's a tree, and this is another tree, and this is where Kyle pees. And she's, okay, well, how's the party been so far? Better now? It looked pretty lame. Stupid, right? I want to leave. He's like, yeah, fair enough. It's a bad party. He's like, well, thank you. Thank you for this tour. That was very nice. Oh, and oh, Ben, look. Hi, Ben. You're here. And Ben's like laughing. She's like, are you making a pity laugh at me, Ben? He's like, no, it was a legit laugh. I am laughing at whatever nothing you were saying right now, because that's what models do. We just laugh in a corner.
Ben's like, wow, look at him. He's got game. The guillotine's a nice touch. Wow. That where you go for bad behavior? The guillotine? He's like, be good. I might put you in there. So they're looking at all the little set pieces and stuff. And KJ's like, wow, she's so pretty. Like initially when she came up to me, I was like, why is she coming to talk to me? Maybe I'm trying too hard, but there's some energy there.
And then Carl's talking to some girls while holding a turkey leg. He's like, hey, I like your Beyonce shirt. That's pretty cool. And the girl's like, do you get it? Oh, not really. It's from their Renaissance tour. Oh,
Oh my God.
Renaissance.
Beyonce
So
had a
she's into
Renaissance tour. Oh my God, I'm so on trend.
Oh my God. Wait,
Back in the mix.
so she does like run fairs? That's like pretty cool. No, she had a tour called the Renaissance Tour. I'm not getting. She went to Italy and like looked at the sights and the sounds of the Renaissance. She went to Florence. Oh my God, Beyonce went to Florence. That's like amazing. No, Carl. I'm just not gonna explain this to you anymore, Carl. Oh, sorry. The mix is pretty hard sometimes.
If I could hit myself on the head with this turkey leg, I would.
You actually can do that, Carl. He's
You
like,
can do it, or I
"Oh,
can do it for you. Make your choice. So now we go
if
to
only I had
Jesse.
the strength."
Jesse goes over to Ben, Sierra, and Amanda, and he's like, "Oh, is this a night to the round table?"
And Ben's like, "Oh, God, that accent." Jesse's like, "I was just trying to hang out."
Yeah, because Amanda tells him to fuck off. It's like, God, sorry. So then Sierra's talking to Mia, and Sierra's like, "Fix your fucking face, Mia." She goes, "I can't." She goes, "I just don't know how to feel about it. So, like, I'm not going to bring it up until, like, I've got a handle on it. Because, like, I don't know what to do about it." So she's like, "I know, but I still have a stinky face. I don't care. I'm so mad at him joking about making out with you. So mad about it."
The jousting competition is gonna commence in a few minutes. So now we're gonna have Sir Jesse and Sir West are gonna duke it out.
So now West and Jesse are going to do they're gonna get into like inflatable horse things with like, you know, jousty things, whatever. And Sierra and Mia are sitting at a table and they're watching, and Sierra goes, "Ugh, oh my God." And Mia's like, "This is literally idiot versus idiot. Welcome to the show. It's been like this for 10 years."
So Jesse sort of tackles, I don't know, one of them wins, who cares? And the crowd's like, "Kiss, kiss, kiss." So Jesse kisses West, and West is like, "Oh my God, he didn't even ask permission."
And Sierra's just everyone's like cheering, but Sierra's watching with such disdain in her eyes, like these fucking man babies. But then it turns into her crying. She starts to cry. So then this is when she goes running into her room, and Mia follows. And Sierra's like, "It's not flattering to me because like I do feel like everyone just wants to experience me, and I do want to have like a best friend and like someone that I can tell everything to, and they just like look at me and want to tell me everything, and they want to protect me, and then like I don't want like this surface level shit."
Stop dating guys from the show. You have to go find a normal man. You cannot
Stop
date.
talking
You
to them.
cannot date West or Jesse and expect it not to ever be surface level. I mean, those guys they're fame whores, and they have people lining up for them at all these fan events. It's just, don't date these people. Please go get yourself a real man off of this show. Please, I beg of you. I like you.
I beg.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying
I
to
think it's time for.
protect you.
I think Sierra. I feel like this may be her last season. I feel like we've watched her grow. When she came on the show, she was so quiet. She was such an introvert, and every year she sort of like she just sort of gets more and more comfortable in her skin. It feels like, or at least maybe more comfortable being on TV. And I think that every year she sort of becomes more and more of a star. And now like she walks in and she's like this woman is like a star. And I think that like she's gonna be like moving onwards and upwards because it's time for her to now ascend to a new class of celebrity and not be hanging around the West and the Jessies of the world.
Yeah, here's to hoping she's on The City and whatever that show's called, and not this. So now the party, and also I just like I don't know, the Sierra crying at this point. I'm like, you know too much from being on this show for so long to cry about these boys right now. So I don't believe it as much as if it were someone like Bailey or one of the newer people who were like, "Oh my God, these guys are such douchebags." It's not that I think she's faking it. It's just like I don't. Yeah, just get out of there.
Here's what I
just
think.
Get out of there.
Here's an on-the-fly theory. Based off of what I just said, there also must be something that's kind of crushing to come into the house, and every year you're feeling more and more like a star. I mean, Sierra is increasingly famous. She's just doing all these things. She was just at the Grammys last month. Like she's getting access to increasingly interesting and cool opportunities, and to feel like your star is rising and you've done all this personal work on yourself to be bigger and better and to like step into like new chapters of your life. and then to find yourself getting caught up in the petty bullshit that you thought you were so behind, the stuff that you thought you grew out of with Austin, etc., that like the old version of yourself, and to realize, shit, I still have these things. I'm still drawn to these people, or I still am affected by these people, even though I thought I had like moved on and done all the work. Like, I think that's actually gotta be a driving force. I know I feel that way sometimes. There's so many times I'm like, I've been doing therapy for like 6 or 7 years now. I'm like, I am so much more of a self-possessed person. I am like, no, I'm not as much of a shrinking violet. And then I get put in one social situation where I totally have a regression to how I was like 10 years ago. And I'm like, oh, I'll never change. I'm still the same person. I'm so mad at myself, you know? So like maybe there's some of that in there, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It sounds plausible. I just want her to stop worrying about this bullshit because it's annoying. These people are not worthy.
Getting
So
the
the party
anti-van ready.
continues. Well,
Getting the anti-van ready a little bit.
yeah. Well, she
you
could
ready to
drive
do a
it at this
drive-by?
point. You know what I mean? Like she could drive it, and just kind of her whole attitude with Lexi last year and how she handled that whole thing, I thought was really good and really strong. So to see her regress for these two losers, not regress, but you know what I mean, crying, the crying over losers. It's just I can't, I just can't with it. I'm like, you're smarter than this, so
Yeah.
run. So Ben flirts with Dara, and I guess kind of in his
guess.
way. You know how Ben does it. He's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a model. Anybody clapped you at the end of at the work date? No, but I've gotten it at the end of a date. Is that where we're heading to? Jesus Christ, you're pretty, but you're dumb." And KJ sees it, and he's like, Ben and the other boys, I mean, they definitely just make it all look so simple, all this flirting. But me, I don't even know if I'm flirting. How do you do it? Okay, KJ, we've already got this. This, like, I'm just a boy that doesn't understand girls. What?
I was raised by sisters. And like, what do I do? I'm just
How
a
do I do it?
male model who invents skateboard tricks. I'm so awkward. What do I do? So luckily for him, he does seem genuinely like the nicest guy. And I think we are all waiting for the other shoe to fall because that's what happens on these shows. But like, I mean, he seems lovely, but it's also, it's crazy. Like, I don't know.
He seems lovely, but he's also giving the full, what, I'm just a boy, and I don't even understand how to be a fuckboy. I couldn't even if I wanted to. It's just not in my nature. All I want is romance, except for this summer when I'm going to try to. I mean, every clue is that he is just one of these guys. So if he is one of these guys, just like a typical douchebag, he's playing it very well because I believe it mostly, but
Yeah, me too. But like you're right. It's all there on paper. When people tell you who they are, don't have sex with them. So then West is hanging around, and he's mad that people are throwing hay around. And then Mia gets on the mic. I think this is really the moment where I was like, wow, she's really fitting in, because Mia, a newbie, gets on the mic and gives the, hey everyone, the party's done, which prompts Amanda off in the corner to do a pretty limp version of an already limp routine she has. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay. She doesn't even finish it.
I know.
She's just like, no one's listening to me.
So it's really awkward. And she's like, nobody said it. I had to say it. Somebody has to say it. So now it's later. It's 8:48 p.m. And Carl is sitting with Dara and KJ on the couch. And KJ's like, what do you do for fun, Dara? Like, what's your hobby? Am I flirting? She's like, I read. I like to read. Whoa, it's like a really good hobby, actually. She goes, yeah. And I go to the movie alone a lot. Can't stand other fucking people right next to me eating their popcorn. Why do we not have popcorn? It's so loud. Stupid America.
Oh, yeah, I watch movies myself. That's like my favorite thing to do, watching movies myself. So if you're trying to ask me to the movies, you see the problem in that, right? That would be two of us at a movie, and I don't do that.
We should go on a film forum day. Yeah, well, you're going to have to sit 5 rows behind me.
What are they going to see at the film forum? That's my favorite part. The two people from Summer House are going to go to the film forum.
What is a film forum? What is that?
It's like an art house, like it's indie, down in the village, movie theater. I went there, and I remember going there in high school. Because in high school, I had like this whole like I'm artsy phase. and I would take the train down to the city and go see movies at the Angelica Film Center. And I'd
Yeah,
see
that's
some
where I
like,
would go.
yeah, you know, and I remember seeing like Foxy Brown at the Film Forum because I was like very much into like, wow, black
Wait, is
exploitation.
Film
What an
Forum
interesting
this
genre.
Foxy Brown? Is Film Forum the same as Angelica?
No, but they're like right near each other, and it's like that same thing. You just see really like documentaries or a foreign film or something,
I
and you're
remember
like
Angelica.
sophisticated. I mean, you actually are. I'm like making it sound like it's pretentious, like it's legitimately sophisticated, and like we don't have that in Los Angeles. Like, there's literally nowhere to see independent films in Los Angeles. It's like,
Isn't that crazy?
yeah, I think there's like maybe one place.
Even the movie theater on Sunset and Crescent, that one used to have some of them, but now now it's a big CVS sign. Even though there's still a movie theater in there, I hate that they put that fucking CVS sign up there. It makes me crazy every time I see it. It's so disrespectful. It's like there's a town of movies. Get the fucking CVS sign off of there and put the movie signs back up.
I literally saw Wicked for Good in that theater, which formerly was the place to see your independent movies. It's so sad.
Why would you see Wicked for Good there? You got to go see that on like a big crazy screen. Of course, then you have to deal with all the idiots in there.
Yeah, I didn't want to go to the Grove. I remember I saw Clerks at the Angelica Film Center, whatever, and that I feel like is the most '90s thing I could have ever done in my life is seeing Clerks at the Angelica.
Yeah, I saw a lot there. I saw like Big Fish. I saw a lot of them. Not Big Fish. The one with who cares? Nobody cares about this. Okay,
Rumblefish.
No, the one with never mind.
Mary McDonald?
Yes, Mary McDonald.
Yeah.
Isn't that Big Fish?
No, it was something else with the fish.
Something Go Fish. Something like that. Okay, so something fish.
The Fish Report with Mary McDonald.
Fish report. Fish report. Mary McDonald does a fish report.
We should also, by the way, resurrect Mary McDonald. Where is she these days? Passion Fish. Passion Fish is the name of the movie.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Great film with Alfre Woodard.
Yes. Oh, Alfre. Loved her. Okay, so they're talking about reading movies and stuff, and they decide to go on a movie date. So now we go to KJ and Jesse, and KJ is asking if Sierra's okay, and Jesse's like, I don't know. I haven't seen or heard from her in hours. Well, I don't know. And then Dara and Ben are continuing the flirting in his room. So Dara goes from KJ and goes to get some more Ben flirts. And we see it, and she's pretty good. She is a really good flirt. I mean, she's like, so, hey, what are you doing? And he's like, laying on the bed. Oh, really? What are you, a big bed layer? Love bed laying. Yeah, maybe I'll lay right here on the bed. He's like, all right. Oh, is it all right? Is it all right? Because beds are great. This bed's calling me. He's like, okay.
You ever see a movie alone? I do. So then, meanwhile,
I've got a bed. You got a doorknob or a broomstick? Sorry, I was still thinking about movies.
You know what I love? Marissa Tomei in the feature film In the Bedroom, which is where we are. So Bailey is watching this, and she's like, oh my God, I have to tell you something, Levi. First of all, wow, Levi, you're here. Second of all, Dara and Ben, wow, he's gone. He's locked in. They're locked in. It's over. I lost my chance. It's done. It's done. And Levi's like, really? She cracked him? Totally cracked. It looked like they were on The Bachelor. I mean, I even brought him this sweet green salad, and I can't even give it to him. It's too late. The opportunity's closed.
Daryl walking around beaming her lashes at every boy and then melting. I mean, it's making me realize I do not stand a chance. And what I was doing with Ben, that was not flirting. Why don't I know how to flirt, everybody?
She's just in her own little modern Jane Austen storyline on this show. Everyone else is just partying and getting drunk, and she's just like pining after people in the corner.
She's very like,
I'm on a show, and my storyline is I don't know how to flirt, and I'm going to hit it home in every single scene that I do.
So then Mia and Sierra are creeped out because they're in bed, and something keeps making their doors shake. And they're like, oh my God, it's the ghost. Oh, it's the ghost of Turkey Legs Past. That was a really good Renaissance fair. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
This is so good.
Nailed it.
Yeah. It was the ghost of me because I started going upstairs, and then I realized, wait a second, I'm downstairs now. I'm in the mix, so I left. So it's the ghost of me up on the second floor. What can I say? Oh, next morning, time to start cleaning, everyone. So they're cleaning, and there's all this junk in the backyard, and Jesse's like trying to make small talk with Sierra, and he's like, hey, so do you have plans this week? And she's like, long pause, long pause, long pause. just got to clean my apartment, get some furniture delivered, not hang out with you. He's like,
So can we have a segment of old men complaining about things? Because
Yeah.
this, I mean, I know that's our whole show pretty much, at least
like
on my end.
this
But
segment.
this, how they were cleaning up the backyard was so annoying. Well, first off, she had a trash picker-upper, which I liked. You know, she had one of those grabby things instead of touching it with her hands. Okay, that's not my problem. They were taking all the booze and all the cans and emptying them just all over the grass. That's disgusting. Do you do that? Do you find that acceptable? I was like, no, hell no. And if I was renting at that house, I would be pissed. I would be marking that down. Those
I'm trying to
flies.
think
and
of where
shit.
I'm trying to think of where I would pour the booze out. I'm like genuinely just,
A
I mean,
bucket, and then you take it into the sink.
I think what I would do is I would gather everything and bring it to the kitchen and pour it down the drain. Yeah. I don't know. So what sometimes, okay, here. Sometimes when I'm outside, well, no, that's a bad example because I've got a drain in my driveway. So sometimes if I get home and I have like nothing but like a little bit of ice in my coffee that I had in my car, I'll pour the ice down the drain in the driveway. But I don't just like pour it into the plants. Yeah. Gotta think about that one. Yeah, leave a comment, everyone, on where
But
you
like
think you
hundreds
would.
of cans, just pouring them all up. I was horrified. I was like, how dare you treat my property like this? Even though it
Listen,
wasn't.
That's the least of that grass's issue is the lover boy, you know.
I guess
There's a lot
so.
of
There's
other
like a
things that are
turkey
getting-
leg with flies all over it. And just
Yeah, that
lying
was
there.
disgusting. I was mad at that. I was like, who's the person who just threw a turkey leg down on the ground? Like, you're a monster.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So Jesse's like, oh no, I can tell Sierra's upset. He's doing his frown face. He's like, I can tell Sierra's upset. I'm hoping it's not at me, but I'm afraid it is. I just feel like no matter what happens, I always mess up.
So now they all leave, and Carl whispers to KJ. He's like, "Hey, you know what's crazy about Lindy's car? That Kia. I pay for half of it, and I used to own half of it. It's not crazy. It's own half a car. It's like
Oh,
wild.
Carl, get over it. That's how I feel every time I pass a school. I'm like, I paid for that school. Everyone walked in there.
Seriously, seriously." KJ's like, "That would trip me out, bro. Like, to be honest, like, that would trip me out more than me not thinking about my sisters when I hit on girls. I'm just trying not to be a lover boy."
Well, I
like,
mean,
"Oh."
it is a trip, but I mean, it couldn't have gone better because I just didn't want it to be awkward for anybody else to argue about the Kia. So Lindsay can have it. You know, I'm a good person. I gave Lindsay that Kia, so she's welcome.
Yeah. Okay, Carl. Then everyone just says goodbye and they all leave. Now we're in the city. So it's Monday. Kyle and Wes play golf. They go to like one of those indoor golf places where you hit the balls at a screen. And so they have fun there. And then it's Tuesday. And Lindsay's baby moving her outlets. She's sticking things in all the outlets to make sure the baby is fine. I'm surprised she didn't do that for Carl, to be honest. And
Yeah, she's
then
Oh my god, I have to baby proof this because I have a genius baby.
It's like, no, genius babies do not stick their fingers in outlets. So, so just
Works the
baby
other way
babies,
around.
regular baby.
just have a baby.
Well, I guess she was saying it's genius because Gemma will she'll know how to take the covers off or something. But also,
Or she's so inquisitive as a baby that she wants to touch every hole. Then we have KJ meeting up for Dara for drinks at this place called like 82 Stanton. And KJ's like, "Hey, I just texted you." "You did?" "Because I didn't get a text. You ordered a drink without me?" "Wow, starting off on the strongest of notes. Real weird." "Okay, bro. Like, I could be like hanging out with an Australian bachelor and this is how you treat me?" "Okay, fine." Like, oh, man. Wow. I didn't really mean to mess up. It's like, "Okay, well, I'm going to give you a hug. Because otherwise, it'll just feel weird for the rest of the time. So let's do this. Let's just get the hug over with." "Okay, you've been hugged. Congratulations."
so he gets her a drink and he gets himself a matching drink, a matching spritz, but he's also got his Guinness there. So, man, this guy's not kidding around. It's like first date, double fisting it. You go. So KJ is like, after the party, like we were definitely texting and talking on the phone, FaceTiming. And, you know, like I didn't want to get into a relationship this summer because I'm a lover boy, but we'll see how that goes. Ha ha. So she's like, oh, I see you're still wearing my earrings. And he's like, yeah. And when I wake up, I thought of you every day this week.
She's like, "Oh, well, that's really excited." exciting. And she's like, so am I blushing? Am I blushing? Because I hope I'm not. She's like, yeah. So I'm going to tell you this, like literally after I gave a tour of the backyard, I was like, well, this is kind of like a fun experience. Like this would be great. But then like all of a sudden I saw Ben and I was like, damn. Cause like, I mean, you guys were like talking and like he's giving you attention and stuff. And like, then I started to feel a certain type of way when you and Ben were talking. But I was like, dang, I'm like, I actually like her. I'm like, sir, to me, I was like, does this count as game? You're talking about another guy, and then you're also kind of saying that you're jealous. You're already showing your jealousy. But
Yeah,
then
that's what he
spins it
was having a first date. Like, yeah, I mean, I like you, but I think you like that other guy, and he's like way hotter than me. Like, what are you even doing with me? You gotta have Ben. Like, what are you even doing? What are you doing, bro? Stop.
He's like asking for pity, but also showing jealousy, but then also spinning it like it's some sort of sign of dedication. And she's like, yeah, I mean, that was nice. I just like want to clarify because like I think I'm like not trying to make you feel like it's like some sort of like weird competition. He's like, so you don't like Ben? She's like, I mean, no. But everyone likes Ben. Come on, say you like Ben. Say you like him.
Oh my God, stop being disappointed hearing that I don't like Ben. I mean, what the hell? And he's like, whoa, but like everyone likes Ben. Like he's even given me a halfie. Like, I mean, he's a male model. He's mature. Like he's in his 30s. He's got hair. She's like, aren't you a male model too? And he's like, yeah, but I'm just like a baby male model. I'm like an Oshkosh male model who does skateboard tricks. It's different.
Well, I mean, I can see why girls would like him for sure, but for me, there wasn't a lot of chemistry, just some hair. It's like, wow, have you felt chemistry with us? And she's like, yeah. I don't think I would have relinquished the time to come here if I didn't feel the chemistry. Wow, you felt chemistry? Like, honestly, KJ is kind of annoying on a date, I have to say. Just reading it back, I'm like, this is really annoying. I would not like this at all.
He is, and I thought someone like her, I mean, she's just so self-assured and confident. I thought she'd be like, "Oh my God, you're a wuss." Like, I cannot with. I thought she was gonna be like,
You
"Okay,
like
good to
me?
meet you." No, absolutely not. But she liked it. She loved it.
Yeah, she loved it because he's like, this is all new to me. This summer, I was like, all right, I'm going to be single. I'm going to enjoy myself and have a good time. Like, why are you saying that part too? This summer, I just want to sleep around a lot, you know? So it's
Well,
just
but
like,
he's also getting it in there. You see, so the part of me is
Yep,
like, is he just
yep.
tricking me? Because he's also getting it in there, just like they always do. Well, I'm not really looking for anything. This is my summer of fun. So we'll see. She's like, so
Yeah.
you want to be single? And he's like, well, I did. And then they laugh. So now we go to Carl. He's like, oh my God, it's software. Okay, this is a great hallway. That staircase. Wow, look at that. There's like a landing there. We could put a DJ booth there.
He's like, basically from like August 1st last year until now, I've been building software. We've been doing pop-ups and we're doing events and just like talking about the good guy clause. But the goal is always to open with an actual location. Because like I have my team and we've been like working together on getting a place up and running. And like we're gonna be opening public later this summer. I promise it's happening. Like I swear to God, it's gonna happen. And I mean, for as many times I said like this might not work, God, I wish I could bonk myself on the head with a turkey leg. Am I right? But no, it's gonna open. It's gonna open.
Flashback to Lindsay.
You always say what you want to do, but there's not a lot of movement towards actually doing anything that you want to do.
Promise, it's gonna open. So Ben comes to check it out, and he's like, this is why I love New York, because I love being around people who have an idea, and they go for it. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel good?
New York is the only place where that happens, unfortunately. It's the only place where people have an idea and go for it. So I'm so glad he's in New York too. So Carl's like, hey, here's the soft bar. It has a 24-foot high ceiling, which is amazing. He's like, well, from my entrepreneurial perspective, which I don't have since I'm just a model, it takes a lot of balls just to do something like this, especially having a non-alcoholic bar as well. I mean, it's really ambitious. What an interesting idea. A bar that does not serve cocktails. He really swung for the fences and it looks phenomenal. It's just, fortunately, those fences are very, very far away. Very far away. But you know what they say? That's the way the cookie crumbles. Thank you.
Doesn't that
Thank
feel
you.
amazing?
Thank you.
So I'm looking at the reviews for Software. They're pretty good. There's only 4, which is weird, right? I'm surprised.
well-
I'm surprised that there's only 4. He got 1 1 star. She said, I've had amazing zero proof cocktails, and these just don't measure up. It's like they did their sampling in a region that thinks mayonnaise is spicy. Both the Mr. Feelgood and the High Road aren't what I describe as elevated or worth the price point. There are other options nearby. Spend your money there. Wow, Williamsburg really going hard on the soft bars. They've got a lot of them. But he's also got a bunch of 4 stars. And
Are you on Yelp?
so he's good. He's got like a 4. He's got a 4.1 rating on Yelp, so that's pretty good. This place is awesome. Carl killed it. Great drinks, very chill spot, free Wi-Fi, and supporting people, empowering their lives. Yummy drinks, great atmosphere. I like the concept. Coffee and cocktails, and he paid for half of Lindsay's Kia. 4 stars.
I feel like I'm in a beautiful, roomy SUV, but only half of it. I mean,
good
look,
for
the place
Carl.
looks the place looks great. It'd be interesting to see. We should make a trip to it next time although we have to go all the way to Brooklyn for it.
It's only the first stop on the train on the L.
Is it?
That's my old stop. Yeah, that's where I used to live.
Yeah, you said the L.
The L, yeah, it's like the first stop off the L. I guess if it's in Williamsburg.
It's the L train. It's just a soft landing.
Bedford. You got off on Bedford, I'm pretty sure. I haven't really looked it up on maps, but as someone who lived in Williamsburg for about 6 years, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know where it is. I can tell you
off
where
at
the
the-
Sea Town is. That's my favorite place.
Seatown sounds like an insult. Go back to Seatown.
That's before
Bitch.
before Crappens was even a dream. I used to go to a place called Seatown. Oh, you guys.
Seatown.
Ah, what a dream. Okay,
Oh,
so Ben loves it. And Ben's like, how much longer do you have? 5 weeks? 3 weeks? Am I flirting with you? Oh, no. Because everyone thinks I'm flirting. Okay, no. We've got 3 weeks to finish. 5 weeks opening. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. You know what? I'm not coming this weekend because I got to be here. I got to decide, like, how are we going to have a DJ on that stair landing without them falling backwards and breaking their neck?
Thank you. Because he was like, wow, just being in this space, I got like so many ideas. Like, look, we could put a DJ up there. It's like a tiny stairway landing. That's got to be a fire code issue to put a DJ setup up there. It's like, well, we're
think
just
so,
going to
yeah.
do so many things here.
If you're gonna put something on the landing, have your DJ be like like an Alexa that plays music, or an
Yeah.
AirPod, whatever those are called. So then, yeah, they just talk about it. So then Carl's like, oh, actually, we have a lot of people that work and are founders of non-alc companies, and Jesse invested, some other close friends and family. I have like some influencers, I have some athletes, like people who play ball, different kinds of ball, all different kinds of ball. But not Kyle. No. And to be honest, like he's got so much other shit to worry about with Loverboy, and you know what? Like, let's also be honest, Kyle doesn't throw a ball, so not really a ball thrower. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, I invested $15,000 in 2019 in Loverboy, and I didn't have a lot of money back in 2019, but I just like believed in him so much, and I knew the power of what he was building, and I really felt like there was something there. So I had hope, but maybe for the same return. But he was like, I'm just not in a position to invest, and the message it sends is kind of confusing. The message is actually pretty clear to me, which is he doesn't believe in what you're doing. Unlike you, who said that Loverboy, you said that you felt the power of what he was building and that there was something there. I think Kyle is saying, I don't know the power of what you're building, and I don't think that there's something there. So I'm not going to spend the money on this.
we had
But I
imagined
do think
Carl
it's
got his
shitty, though,
money
as a
back,
friend.
and then he did make salary by being hired there when he couldn't keep a job anywhere else. He made some decent money with Loverboy. So I'm not going to totally diss Kyle on that one. And we do know that Kyle is completely broke because he just
Yeah.
had to take 15 grand out of. He had to whatever to get his $500,000 to keep Loverboy afloat. So he probably just doesn't have it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do get like I invested in yours and you're not going to invest in mine. But I don't know. You're broke. You're broke. What are you going to do?
Yeah. I think I totally understand why Carl would not be happy about that. I would not take that away from him. But I also feel like, well, maybe he just doesn't want to throw away $15,000. But we'll see. We'll see how this company goes.
Doesn't want to piss it into the wind. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying
Yeah,
that
I
Kyle
can
had
see
a
how
track
it would be. Look, I can see how Carl would be annoyed, but I also, I'm not going to be fooled by Carl again. I've been fooled by Carl too many times. This is Carl 10.0, and I'm not going to fall for Carl's victim act. Like, well, really hurts me that Carl couldn't invest. You got
Yeah.
you got a lot of money. You got a lot of investors. It's working out. Cry outside.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think also like Kyle has a proven track record. Like going into Loverboy, he had a track record as someone who does startups. He had the bird dog, cat dog, whatever it was that he was doing the shorts.
Bird
Like he already
dog.
does this. And it was a product that he could bring onto the show that he could hawk every single week and like he could bring out to the world, So like there's a lot of upside. I think with soft bar, it's just a little harder because it's like, ironic, but like it's more difficult because it's like a location off in Brooklyn and like Carl has no track record and it's a little scary.
Yeah. So Friday, we're driving to the Hamptons now, softly, but without me. Worrying about the DJ stand. It's huge. So Wes KJ, that's the boys' car. And Wes is like, "What's up, you fucking brat?
Hey, how was your boys this week?
Well, I got a text this weekend from my friend Reagan. She works at 82 Staten, and she's like, KJ's literally here on a date right now. Whoa."
Oh wow, who's the lucky gal? He's like, oh, it's Dara. Dara, how did that come about? We were hanging out at the party and I gave her a little tour of the backyard. And Jesse's like, yeah, well, he knows that backyard like the back of his hand. They just start joking, like, here's the pool and here's the pool. So Jesse's like, so KJ says, yeah, like we hung out, we had a few drinks and like, yeah, we were buzzing. And then we went to Tyler, the Creator, because he had a show. I'm like, sir, I know that sounds like a great time. You went to Tyler, the Creator. He puts on a great show, I'm sure. But you said you were going to go to the film forum, and I was waiting for a film forum update. What movie did you see? How was the documentary? Did you make out afterwards? And I feel a little bit lied to.
Did you get a kiss goodnight? And he's like,
Yeah, I got a kiss, and then she came over yesterday and we made dinner.
and Justy's like, what? Oh my God, you're basically married. Then what happened? He's like,
Well, I left this morning, so
they're like, whoa, what? You got laid, yeah.
Oh, didn't he say that she came over to his place? So for him to say, I left this morning, wouldn't you be doing that anyway from your place? But I don't know. I get
that's
the gist of
true.
what he's saying.
That's
I get the
true.
gist of what he's saying.
I didn't even catch that.
He's like, normally
That's
I wouldn't
funny.
leave my house after a date, but
Well, I did
I
leave this
left
morning.
today. But I think that's what he meant.
Yeah, he
meant that
implies
they
that they
boned.
banged. And he's like, and Jesse's like, oh, Ben's back here silent and he must be devastated. Did you ask permission? And KJ's like, well, Ben, say some shit, please, man. Like, how do you feel, bro? And he's like, mate, I'm all for it. Listen, I'm not going to say we didn't have a vibe. I think at one point she said, I'm cold. And I said, because the fan's on. Very
it's
hot
just such
stuff.
It's just such a shame that there's no, I don't know, like a blonde girl who's available in our house. Don't you wish we had someone like that around? Oh, well, too bad.
Yeah, too bad. So sad. But listen, I'm so happy for you. I think it all went great for you, and I'm rooting for you. Good shoot. Good shoot, mate.
Thank you.
Good shoot.
Thank you. Thank you.
good, because I never want anything to come between the boys.
So now we go to Bailey and Levi arriving at the house first for their wacky practical jokes.
Yeah, they have like a plant costume, and that comes like a little planter, and you sit in it, and then you look like a house plant. But then when people walk in, you go boo. So they set that all up, and then KJ, while they're doing that, KJ is like, hey, Jesse, I also had coffee with Sierra yesterday, and I guess word got back to her about what you said to Wes somehow. And then Wes goes, yeah, because of Lindsay. I'm like, don't act like, oh, because of Lindsay. She told you she was going to say something, and you could have been like, please don't say something. Let me handle it. You basically said to her, go do it. Like,
It's
you
not
can
my
do it.
place to do it, but it could be your place to do it.
And then now he's like, oh, man, she's so mean. Why would she betray our trust like that?
Yeah. So Jesse's like, well, I texted her just checking in on her. She didn't respond, so I figured something was off. They're like, yeah, it's a tough situation. Oh my God, so dramatic. So Bailey and Levi are now dressed as plants and they're carrying around pots and they're like, oh my God, let's
Hide in the front room and we'll pretend to be trees. It's gonna be so crazy.
So the first group arrives and they're like, ah. And then the second group arrives and they're like, ah. Then the third group arrives and they're like, ah. Then the fourth group. Okay, is this going to be an hour-long thing?
I enjoyed it actually, partially because I thought it was funny, partially because I knew it was something we could go by quickly on the recap. But I did enjoy it. Although you know what? I felt so bad for Sierra. It was like pouring rain, and Sierra went running to go inside, and she just wiped out right on that staircase. I was like, owie, 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 ow.
I know,
And
like
Sierra was the
face
only-
first. I'm surprised she wasn't
know.
hurt.
I know, seriously. She was also the only one who was not phased by this plant. She walked in, she's like, "What's that?" They're like, "Wah!"
It's like, you guys are
Okay.
losers.
So this went on for a little while, and it sort of concluded with the guy's car arriving. So now there's hugs, and Bailey's like, "Do I smell bad? I'm sweaty." And Jesse's like, "Yeah, you smelled better." I think the answer's supposed to be like, "No, you smell okay."
Yeah, I thought that was Ben. He was like, you smelled bitter. I was like, oh gosh, this poor girl. So then Sierra's kind of, just kind of ignores Jesse. And he's like, can we talk before dinner? She's like, yeah, whatever. So then West and Ben are watching the rain. And they're like, wow, this is what life's all about. Watching it rain. How do you think Jesse's doing? He's like, well, she's mad at you. It's really not good about it. That's for sure.
Yeah. So Sierra and Jesse go up to her room, and he's like, "Well, I just feel bad," because he has his frown face, his trapezoidal frown face. And he's like sort of doing that thing where he's like lying on the bed on his side and like picking at like the quilt with his fingers and like looking down. He's like, "I just feel bad. I mean, the boys are telling me that when I said to Wes, would you be upset if I made out with Sierra, that you're like upset? And they said that made you feel like a certain type of way. And like, I feel bad that it like made you feel that way because I didn't mean anything by it. I just feel like if we were getting flirty, I just want to be clear, it's from Wes' perspective in our friendship, it was something that I was ever going to pursue." And he's just saying words that like have no meaning behind them.
Yeah, I think just probably brevity would be his friend here because he's saying like, listen, we're getting flirty and I didn't want Wes to be offended because that's breaking bro code. So I had to ask him how he felt about it. So I asked him in kind of a jokey way. That's it. But it's like 5 paragraphs. It's like, well, I mean. So she's like, but you didn't mean anything by it? And he said, well, I mean, I didn't know what my intention was. Like, I don't know where your head's at. And I just thought it was like the right order of operations. Like, check with your boy. And then if he cares, if he's still hung up, then like I wouldn't even think about it, because that's not what boys do to boys. Because, we learned very early on in sophomore. She's just like waiting for him to finish, but he never does. I'm sure you know the feeling on this podcast. It's like,
Oh,
I'll
shush,
just
that's
wait.
me to you.
I'll just wait for him to finish. It's like 10 minutes later. I'm like,
And
That's-
another thing. I
That's
pay
me.
taxes for children to go to school in my district. I don't even have children.
No, that's me to you. That's like, and then there's one time when I was like, I don't know, 14, I went all the way down to the Angelica Film Center and I saw the movie Nadia. It's a black and white movie about a vampire. I was young.
no, I love that. Looking
But
looking at you on the video screen, like, there he goes. See the memories as they happen, as my man talks about them.
my man, go to the
man.
Angelica Film Center. Sierra, I think what Jesse should be doing in this situation is just asking Sierra how she feels, and like rather than just coming in like, boom, here's what I was doing, and this is why, like, don't be mad at me. Like, why don't you check how she feels, and you can address it. I don't actually think the instinct to check with your boy, to make sure everything's cool is like the worst instinct in the world, but it is icky, the sense that the guys are treating her like, oh, she has no say in it. That's a bad feeling. It's kind of like, he's kind of like doing Love Island rules where like, I think I want to have a conversation. I'm going to post someone for a chat, but I want to let you know first. So like, and maybe in the Love Island villa, that seems like more a realistic way to operate. But in real life, it actually just objectifies the other person. But I think he should just do less
But
talking,
if he
more listening.
didn't do it, we'd be sitting here like, oh my God, this is breaking bro code, and you're a piece
Right.
of shit for not doing that. I mean, Jesse can be a douchebag and stuff, and I think he is a douchebag. But let's not let's not undersell what a douchebag Wes is too, because he did come to West. Sorry that my mic came unplugged. He came to West. West, didn't have the balls to say anything about it really at the time until he was kind of forced to at the end to be like, well, maybe that's uncool or whatever. But then West went and told every single person to get them to fight his battle for him,
Yep.
and when they wouldn't, when he told all the guys and no one fought the battle for him, he relied on Lindsay to do it and then had Lindsay go in there and then
Yeah.
got all the girls against Jesse. And then it's like he knows what it's like to be in a bad situation in that house with all the girls. And he purposely did that to Jesse when I think Jesse was actually just kind of doing the right thing. And West is just upset that Jesse would consider going for Sierra at all, because that's that's West's back burner showmats, not Jesse's. West doesn't have any intention for Sierra. So I think West is also a huge piece of shit here, and I think that's a really shitty way to treat your friend. Fortunately for him, the friend is Jesse, and I like watching Jesse get tortured. So, it's a wash.
I think that West should actually getting more shit in this situation, because I think the normal order of operations would be Jesse is catching feelings for Sierra, which is fine. I mean, it is a little bit of it is a kind of a violation of bro code, but first of all, he should have pulled West aside privately, not with like a council of boys, and he should have pulled West aside, and he should have been, I don't know, like he should have stood in his feelings and said, I'm interested in Sierra, not be like, maybe I might like jokingly make out with her. He sort of hedges a little bit, like, don't be mad at me.
True,
and
yeah.
then West, I think if the moment that West says, it's fine, I don't care, you have to actually be about that, because you can't say it's fine, I don't care, and then and then have other people make sure the message gets to Sierra, because that actually is a violation of bro code. Because I think if it never got to Sierra, if it just became a thing of like, hey, I'm interested in this girl, I want to check with you first because I don't want to like mess up our relationship. He says, go for it. And then and then Jesse makes moves on Sierra. I think that's like normal. I think that's like okay to do that. But
Yeah.
because Wes then made sure Sierra found out that the discussions held back and forth, it makes her feel more objectified than it is. And so believe it or not, like West is kind of the bigger bro code
West is the
violator
bigger
here.
asshole in this situation.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
He
Yeah, I
made sure
agree.
that she felt like this was this. She knew that this was being discussed in a group with people in a laughing way. Weren't being taken very seriously. It just made her feel like shit. So that was shitty of West, I think, ultimately, because obviously he did care, so he wasn't even being honest. He should have been like, "Don't do that, like that. I don't like that."
Yeah.
He almost
they
said
both
that
just
last
handle
week.
everything so stupidly. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
But then Jesse's also afraid because he doesn't want to be in the situation where he has to be like, but I like Sierra, because then he's going to fuck that up too. I still think he just wants to fuck around as much as he keeps saying, I want a girlfriend.
That's right.
He's not acting like it. So they're both just idiots. So, and then we get to Sierra, who I've already said, like, I wish was just above all of this and I wish this scene was just her shooting down Jesse, period. But I can't control a person's heart, unfortunately.
You know what? You can't.
You know what? You can't do it.
know
The
what?
heart
You can't
wants
do it,
what it
guys.
wants. Okay.
Okay, so what it wants. Sort.
That's it.
So Sierra's basically like, I guess just weird that you're clearing it with Wes before talking to me about it. Just made me feel like you think of me as a sexual conquest, and now it's your turn. He's like, that's not how I was thinking about you at all. I wasn't thinking in the first place. It's like, well, but hearing that made me feel that way, and then I'm hearing it's a joke. Make out with her was a joke, and if you want to hide behind a joke, like, okay. He's like, no, I wasn't making a joke. Like, if we make out, it would just
It would be a
like,
joke. It would be a joke. Is that what you're saying? It would be a joke. It's like, oh. But I mean, I feel like we have an attraction. Here's my frown. I'm going to frown smile at you. I feel like we have an attraction to each other, and we're also just friends, and I don't know what I'm like hoping for. I don't know. Well, fucking figure it out. Like, what the hell are you going to have a conversation? You've had a whole week to think about this. You did nothing. You did no prep.
No. Sierra is just, she just has a nice little monologue here. She talks about how lines are so blurred and I love you as a friend. And I'm obviously upset because I'm like, why is it that I can express that? Like I want a boyfriend and I want to be in a relationship and I want to have a friendship with the person I'm with and I want to eventually be married and have kids one day. And then you're just like, oh, you just like picture is just like, oh, this is just like a joke. Let's have like a jokey makeout session. Like if you're really interested in me, you would ask him for permission to ask me out on a date. If you ask him for permission for fucking anything, not just to make out with me. Do you see where I'm coming from? Which, by the way, that's a dumb question for her to ask because I don't think Jesse will ever see anything
He doesn't,
where anyone's
but
coming from.
At least this clarified it for me because the whole episode I was like, oh God, this is so stupid. But I mean, I get this. So she's like, okay, well, at least ask for permission to date me and not just hook up with me, you know?
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty clear. And of course, he's still not going to get that. And he's like, well, sorry, I made you feel like an object. You know, I don't want you to feel like that. More like you're the stuffed animal you win in a carnival. You know, that's more important. It's a bigger thing. You're a prize, not an object. Is that better?
Sorry, I thought you might need a little bit of help in there.
Great shoot, guys. Great shoot. And Sierra's like, well, I mean, this is easy to put it on Jesse, but like it's 75% me, you know, because like, you know, I can feel like we have a good enough relationship for him to come to me and say things like that. But like this reaffirms the theme in my head that people just want to hook up and they just don't want anything serious, you know? And that's like, I can't get that out of my head.
Yeah. And she has like a lot of baggage with her dad and her upbringing that I think informs all this. So she says, yeah, I just want to be seen in this friendship. And I think that's the only thing that I'm like the main thing I'm fighting for, you know? So we will see what will happen between these two in the fallout.
Time will
Dramatic
tell.
situation. What will happen? But in the meantime, go check out that replay on Kiswe. Go read our newsletter. Go do all of the things. And there was something else I feel like we were supposed to. Oh, and go check out our bonus episode this week, which is free. It's a free bonus episode featuring Rob Cesarnino from Rob Has a Podcast. And we talk about Traitors and Survivor. How cool. So go check that out on our feed. Thanks, everyone, for being here.
And just for those of you who are wondering, like, I pay for Patreon. Why are you giving out free bonuses? We're doing that this week because we have 2 free bonuses. So you're still getting a lot of bonus content. But, you know, sometimes, and we also don't want to put these people, you know, who are promoting their own podcast on a feed that doesn't get as many people. So we're to make up for it, we're giving you 2 free bonuses this week. Okay, everybody? We sure love you guys. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.